Hello! I'm currently surveying for Pinyon jays in Nevada. My third shed ever. Hi, I'm Macy. I'm an ecologist and field biologist, and I spent 2 months this year working as a Pinyon jay field technician in Nevada. I got to travel across the state looking for Pinyon jays on plots, and when I found them, I got to follow them and try and see where they were nesting. This led to me seeing Pinyon jays nesting, seeing colonies of over 100 individuals, and learning so much along the way. I experienced a lot of my coldest nights outdoors ever, and some really scary surveys with tons of mountain lion tracks. I want to take you along for some of those adventures as I experienced Nevada really for the first time in my life. Good morning from Klamath Falls, Oregon. I am on my way down to Nevada, where I will be working as a Pinyon jay field technician for the next couple months before I head over to Colorado to do bird surveying again. The same job I did last summer. I'm really excited and I'm feeling like good and positive about it. Maybe resecure that left front one. I've been hiking around for the last like 3 hours or so looking for Pinyon jays. It's a junco. I have heard and seen them, which is exciting, but I couldn't get too close because I was being followed by ravens. And ravens are really smart, and they know that, or like they look at us as a predator, and they know that where other predators are going, there might be nests. So I don't want to I didn't want to get any closer to the potential nest, just in case there were a nest and the ravens were right over top of me. But it's exciting. It's like the most beautiful day. I've heard coyotes. I've mostly just seen and heard scrub jays and Pinyon jays and ravens, and that junco. But it's like unreal. There's like 4 to 12 inches of snow across this plot, which has been a little challenging to walk through. It's taken me a really long time to not go very far because I'm just sliding a lot, but it is so beautiful. I feel pretty good with this. I was really scared to start, but I feel good now that I'm actually out here. I have only about 45 minutes left until I'm supposed to be done with the survey. So I'm gonna start heading back, and if I have extra time, I'll walk along the road, because I have been hearing them that way, but I can't get that way because there's just cliffs. So I'm gonna start walking again. My feet are really wet from the snow, and right now it's not really a problem because I'm moving and it's still sunny, but as soon as the sun goes down and the temperature drops, I am worried about the safety of my feet. So that's another reason I'm kind of heading back. But yeah. Hello, good evening. Don't mind the steering wheel. I'm sitting in the truck. It is the end of day 4. Today was my 3rd survey of the week. And I am so exhausted. I'm eating a Tupperware bowl of soup. I haven't actually been working that many hours because the surveys have only lasted like 3 or 4 hours. And we're not driving that far between surveys, so I don't really know how to get an 8-hour day in. But I've been filling my time with journaling and reading and knitting. I want to show you this. These are the beginnings of magpie mittens. Those are little footprints. This is the cuff. I am approaching the thumb hole. I also haven't had service for 3 days. It's my first survey of the hitch, and I'm in Desert National Wildlife Refuge. I have already heard an ash-throated flycatcher, which are one of my favorite birds. It's beautiful out here. It's a little eerie because it's so silent, but we're gonna go see if we can find some jays. I'm so tired this morning. I really should have brought some coffee. The walking is so hard. I've been walking for like an hour, which usually means I have like 4 more to go. But once I get to where we think that the jays are nesting, I can kind of like stake out. This is honestly a really easy plot in comparison to like a lot of the ones I've done. But I'm just so tired that it's not easy this morning. But we'll get back into it. I also just have to point out that there are Joshua trees here, which is so cool. We were here like a month ago, and it was my first time ever seeing a Joshua tree, and like when you drive in, it's like a whole forest. And yeah, it was so exciting, and it's still so exciting. They're awesome. I just heard my first jay on the plot, which means that we're getting closer. And I really do hope to find evidence that they're nesting here. That's the goal. If I can't get it today, I'm back out here tomorrow. And then potentially the next day, if needed. But yeah, I'm really hoping we can zero in on where they're nesting and maybe see some nest building, or maybe even hear some fledglings. We'll see. They're hiding from me. I'll just wait for a while. This is where they were last seen. And I definitely heard them over here. But I'm not seeing or hearing anything now, so I'll just wait. It's 10 o'clock, and I am just sitting, waiting for them to make themselves known. I've heard them, I've seen them, but like nothing that really indicates that they are nesting. There's another area I'm kind of tempted to check out, but I literally just climbed a really steep hill, and I'd have to go back down and up a different one in order to get over to where they went. And I'm not even entirely sure they're there still or that they're going to continue to hang out if I walk over there. I'm so sleepy. So I hiked up to like the very edge of the plot. I'm at a really high point where I can view all of the areas in which we think they might be nesting. They were here for a bit. There were about like 10 of them, but they're gone now. And so, I don't know, I've been here for a while and I think I'm gonna try somewhere else, but I wish I knew where they went. I don't have the slightest clue. So I'm kind of at a loss right now. I've seen probably close to like 100 now. They first landed in the trees right around me. I was like ducked underneath a branch and they were just foraging like above my head. It was awesome. And then they just keep flying overhead. I saw one group of like, well, the group foraging was like a group of 25. I saw like 35 flying over me. And then I've seen like groups of like 3 to up to, I just saw like 11. They just keep coming. It's really cool. Also, it's so beautiful up here. I'm about at the top of my elevation gain. I just have to figure out how to get back down to the main road that we came in on. And then, I mean, I'm done. I have to be out here for 40 more minutes. We have like a minimum time limit. So yeah, I'll just take my time and see what else I can find. Hello, good afternoon. It's been a while since I've filmed. I don't mind the hair. It's been quite a few days since I've showered. Just wanted to update you that last night I think was around 10 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about -12 Celsius. I slept okay until the last few hours, and then it was getting a little uncomfortable. I woke up to everything covered in like a half an inch of frost, and it was so cold that my contacts froze, my 5-gallon water jug froze in the truck, and my dish soap froze. None of these things have happened before. So I'd say that maybe it was my coldest night ever outside. And for that, I honestly feel like I did pretty well. It's still miserably cold outside. It's noon and snowing, and it's probably still sitting around freezing. but the wind chill is making it feel much colder than that. So I'm just kind of hanging out in the truck, trying to stay warm. But yeah, the surveys have been good. I've been seeing jays, and I saw my first deer in Nevada today. But it's a brutal kind of cold, like nothing I've ever experienced before. Doing what I can for the birds, and we'll just go from there. There's only like 2 more days after today that are supposed to be really cold, and then it's supposed to get significantly warmer, so I just have to make it just a few more days. So while I wouldn't necessarily choose to do this job again, I did get to see so many places I wouldn't have otherwise, and I did appreciate my time there. I got to meet some cool people, got to see some amazing birds, see some beautiful habitat, and it's a place I would love to spend more time in. So I did benefit in that way. I won't stop seeking outdoor work. It's the best. I love it. And you know, the more distance I get from that experience, the more I recognize how much I gained from it.